Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing the 50 facts about me tag. I know I recently did the get to know, well not recently, I did a get to know me right when it was the second video that I had ever uploaded here on my channel. Now that I have more of a following and all that jazz, I figured I would do another like get to know me kind of video. The difference between the two videos, the reason I justified that it was okay, was the get to know me was a list of questions that I found online. So I just answered like 20 questions. But today I'm going to be telling you facts about me. So like things that I want you to know about me. So instead of answering questions, I'm just going to be telling you facts about me that I want you guys to know. So it's just random facts. I have no list. I just have like I just have like a notebook in front of me so I can keep track of how many facts I'm telling you guys. So I guess starting off, well the reason, okay, so this is my third video that I have filmed today. So the reason, and none of them were makeup tutorials, and the reason that is my face is breaking out super bad right now. I don't know what it is. I don't think I've tried anything different. So I'm just sticking to what I know right now, and it's like bad. It's super bad. So I didn't want to do a makeup tutorial because having my bare skin on camera just doesn't make me feel so good right now. So, yes, I just put on makeup and I filmed 3 videos that are non-makeup related videos, so I'm sorry, but yes, so I guess we will go ahead and get started. I learned everything that I know about makeup here on YouTube. I am self-taught. I did not go to school to do makeup. I talk a lot. Like, when I say I talk a lot, I talk a lot. When I was a kid in school, my report card, I would have like satisfactory on everything except for talking. It was always needs improvement. Always. Like, it never was satisfactory. And I tried so hard, but I'm just a talker. I'm just very friendly. One of my biggest fears is being left alone in the middle of the night. Neil has actually done that to me before and I freaked out. During Christmas, he woke up early and went and got me a Christmas present while I was still asleep because I was out Black Friday shopping all night. So he just let me sleep, didn't let me know he was leaving. And when I woke up, I literally had like an anxiety attack because going to sleep with somebody beside me and waking up and I'm all alone, I don't know what it is about it, but it is one of my biggest fears. Sticking with anxiety, I do suffer from anxiety and I don't have like severe depression. I suffer with it mildly. Another fear of mine are bees and stink bugs. I don't know what it is about them. I think it's the fact that they fly and they're small and they make a noise. I think that I'm getting like chills right now thinking about it. I think the fact that they buzz and they fly freaks me out. Like, I don't think I have a bigger fear in the world other than bees and stink bugs. I take drinking water very seriously. I never used to, but Neil is definitely been like he has bettered my life in a bunch of ways, and I was always just dehydrated. That's just how I was. I just never really thought about drinking water. My body was just so used to being dehydrated all the time, it didn't know that it was dehydrated. Like, I thought the way I felt all the time was just normal. Like, I just was never thirsty. But now that I drink water all the time, like I drink nothing but water, and I'll drink coffee every now and then, but nothing but water. Now when I get dehydrated, I like have to have water. Like, I know when I'm dehydrated and it's not good. I was definitely an athlete in high school. I was a cheerleader, I ran track, and I played soccer. I am such a klutz. Like this right here, I was bragging so hard. Can you see that? Let me cut it off. I was bragging so hard the other day that I hadn't cracked this phone and I had it for a really long time because I'm always the one in my family to have a shattered phone, and like everybody has a shattered phone right now, and I was like, haha, I am always the one that has a broken phone, and look, I don't, and like a week later I dropped it and shattered the whole screen. So that's my life. I am very close to my family. Like, I feel like me and my family are like we're ride or dies. Like, it's weird to me when people aren't super close to their family because I'm so close to my family that like when people aren't, I'm like, is there something wrong with you? Like, I just feel like it's not normal to not be that way because I'm so close to my family. They're definitely my rocks. Growing up, I did not have friends. I know that's weird. I mean, I had friends like I went to school with, but like growing up in like a neighborhood with like your neighborhood kid friends, like I never had that, because I'm so close to my family that I have a bunch of cousins. Like I have 22 cousins, I think 22 first cousins, and they are all my best friends. Like, me and my family all grew up within like walking distance. Like we lived like across the street from each other. We were all like the houses around each other. So that's who I grew up with. I didn't have like childhood friends. Like my cousins were my childhood friends. Like I would ride bikes with them. We would be outside all the time. Like that's just who I grew up with because they were just always around. So I'm very close to my cousins. I am not an only child. I have 4 sisters and a brother. I still talk to my mom, but I do not have any contact with my dad whatsoever. I did not live with my mom when I was growing up. I lived with my grandma from the day I was born up until she passed away when I turned 18 in July, and she passed away that August. Speaking of that situation, my grandma was, she was definitely the person in my life that made me want to be a better person. Like the way I am today is all because of her. She would have done anything in the world for me, and losing her was absolutely the hardest thing I've ever had to go through in my life. I live with my boyfriend Neil. He is amazing. He is absolutely just everything that I have ever wanted in my life, and he makes my life 100% better. My future plans are to move away from Lynchburg, and we are going to be moving to Tampa, Florida. My best friend right now is probably my sister and my cousin Megan. Megan is 17, so she's not super a lot younger than me, and my sister is 21, so she is definitely close to me in age. So they are probably definitely my best friend. I am super OCD. Like I'm OCD with everything. Like when the teacher used to wipe off the board in school and she would leave like a little dot of like a letter up there, I would be like, I would just sit there and like stare at it like, oh my god, get that. And like when I put cheese on my taco, because like the way me and Neil make tacos is like we cut like a block of cheese, like we cut slices off a block of cheese and like melt it on there, and like I have to lay my cheese a certain way or like I'll freak out, and like I have to do it to Neil's, and he's like, stop touching my food, and I'm like, well then fix your cheese. I used to be really weird, and I would have to like, do like when I'm cutting off the light switch, I would have to do it until like it felt right to like stop. And when I put on hand sanitizer, like I put on hand sanitizer every day I leave the gym because it's like on the way out. I put on hand sanitizer and I have to clap or I'm not done. Like if I don't clap after I use hand sanitizer, I have to get hand sanitizer again, rub it in and clap. That's like okay, you're done. I don't know, I'm weird. I'm a freak. Out of my mom's kids, I am the youngest. I have one nephew, his name is Austin, and he is so amazing. Me and my sister are super close. We both lived with our grandma, and we are actually exactly a year and a day apart. Her birthday is July 4th, 1995, and mine is July 5th, 1996. I focus a lot more on my makeup and neglect my hair almost 100% of the time. I get complimented on my eyes almost every single day of my life. I am very stubborn. Growing up and still today, no is not an answer. It's not an option. I just recently have started becoming more independent. My entire life, I was a very dependent person because my grandma did absolutely everything for me. I did not have to wash my clothes. I did not have to make my bed. I did not have to clean my room. I did not have to make myself breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I did not have to get my book bag ready for school. I literally did nothing. She did everything for me. And not because I was needy and I like wanted her to. I mean, it was nice, but she became disabled. Like she was mobile and like she could do she could do a lot of things, but she just had like a lot of just like medical problems to where like she couldn't work a lot. So they just declared her disabled like for as long as I can remember, I think. So like she liked it because it just kept her busy. So she literally did everything for me. So when she passed away, I kind of was just like kicked out and like, okay, there you go, fend for yourself. And I literally knew how to do nothing. So I have just recently started becoming more independent and going to the doctor by myself and all of that. And like I said, Neil has really helped me so much. I was kind of frustrated with him in the beginning because he never like wanted to do anything for me, and I was like, please, like I was such a baby, I was so needy. But him like making me do it myself has just made me a better person, like all around. So I'm very happy for that. My sister is like one of the most independent people I know, and I envy her for that so much. But yes, I have recently started becoming very independent, and I'm very happy with that. I do not drool, I do not talk in my sleep, I do not sleepwalk, I don't do anything in my sleep. I think I fall asleep in the same position that I wake up in, but Neil is definitely a sleep talker. He's definitely a sleep mover. He's punched me in the face a few times, not on purpose, on accident. Well, he says on an accident. I tried so hard in school, and I always wanted to be in AP classes, and I always wanted to get straight A's in AP classes. That was never the case. I never got straight A's. I think I got straight A's one time in 2nd grade, and the only reason I remember that is because I got an award. But yeah, I was such a try hard. That's what you would call it. I tried so hard in school, and I just envied the people that could just like fall asleep and not do anything and get like better grades than me. And I'm like, oh, okay, I just studied for 3 hours last night when I could have been sleeping, but okay. When I was in elementary school, I won the physical fitness award every single year, and I wasn't like the only one, but like I was one of the kids that won an award for getting physical fitness every single year, and I won it so much that they quit giving me the little pin and badge that it came with. It said like the number of how many you've gotten, and they just gave me the piece of paper. Growing up, I always wanted a different middle name, just because I didn't like my middle name, but now I have grown to love my middle name. I found out that I needed glasses when I was like in 5th grade, 4th or 5th grade, and I have had to wear them ever since. I care a lot about my body image. I know that is not something that a lot of people like to hear, but I do. And I, at one point, like when my grandma passed away and I graduated high school and I wasn't, you know, doing sports every day and I was just eating the same that I always had, I gained about, I'm gonna go as far as to say like 25 to 30 pounds. I know. I was like, I never weighed myself because I just never wanted to know because I knew I was so big. But I'm gonna go as far as to say I was like 140 pounds. And I know people are like, come on, that's not a lot. But for somebody that was 100 pounds their whole life, when you're 140, that's a big deal. And I'm not saying I have to be super skinny all the time because that's not what it is. In high school, I was skinny fat. Like I was 100% skinny fat. I just did a lot of cardio. I was a cheerleader. I played soccer. I didn't ever like lift weights. I wasn't toned. I was skinny, but I was like nasty skinny. Like I had a flat butt, like I had no boobs. I just wasn't chunky. Like I was just very, very tiny. And now I'm so happy with my body. I lift weights every single day. I still do cardio like once a week, but I lift weights every single day and my body is just toned, and I'm so happy with the way I am now. And I weigh like 120. So I weigh more than I did in high school, but I feel better about myself than I did when I was in high school. I have a very raspy voice, as you guys can probably tell by my videos, and if I go to an amusement park, my voice will be completely gone the next day. If I go to any kind of sporting event where I'm talking a lot, I will lose my voice the next day. I lose my voice like that. It's so annoying. I wish it wasn't like that, but a lot of people like my raspy voice. I am not one of those people. I had braces. I know you were probably waiting for me to say when I was a kid, but no, I actually had braces my senior year of high school. Yeah. Every year at the dentist, my grandma would always say, are you sure she's not going to need braces? Are you sure she's not going to need braces? And my dentist would always say, no, she's never going to need braces. Because I had this one tooth right here. I don't wear my retainer as much as I should, so it moves. This tooth right here overlapped this tooth a lot. It's like wanting to move a little bit, but I try to wear my retainer as much as possible, and my overbite was intense. That's the main reason I had braces, because I would talk a lot, and like I said, I'm a talker, and my bottom teeth would hit the roof of my mouth so much that it would bruise it and it would swell up and I wouldn't be able to talk for a few days. So I switched dentists, and as soon as I switched dentists, my first appointment, He looked into my mouth and he was like, has anyone never told you that you need braces? I was like, oh my gosh, yes. I thought for my whole life I was gonna need braces, but my other dentist never said anything. He said, no, I would never need them. That day he referred me to an orthodontist. That day. He was like, no, you need braces. And I was like, thank you. So yeah, that just happened to me my senior year of high school. And I was like, absolutely not. Nope. I'm not having braces my senior year. Nope. It's gonna ruin graduation. It's gonna ruin beach week. It's gonna ruin my prom pictures. It's gonna ruin my senior portraits. And my grandma was like, if you don't get braces, you're not getting a car. I was like, where the braces at? So I had to have an appliance. I know that sounds weird, but it was a Forces appliance. I had to have that in my mouth, which was this contraption that was like, bleh. To fix my overbite. I had that for about a year, and then I had my braces for about a year. So yeah, I try to be such a healthy person. I eat well, I go to the gym every day, I drink so much water, and I take a multivitamin every single morning, and I pride myself on trying to be a healthy person. Right now, I'm the happiest that I have ever been in my entire life. I am in a happy place, and this is the happiest that I have ever been, and I am grateful for that. I grew up with animals my whole life. I always had animals around, whether they were cats, whether they were dogs, whether they were hamsters. I had like 10 hamsters. And my sister had like fish. And I don't have any animals right now. I mean, Neil's mom, we live with Neil's parents, by the way. That's why I always say upstairs, or like we're in the basement or whatever. We live with Neil's parents, and we have the entire basement to ourselves. It's like a house down here. So we're doing that until we can save money. So that's a fact. And that's a fact. But they have 2 German Shepherds, and I've never had big animals. I've always had, like, when my dad had a Rottweiler when I was little, he was the nicest dog in the entire world. He would never hurt a fly. But I always had, like, small dogs, or, like, cats, because cats are small, and, like, hamsters and stuff. But I don't have any pets right now, and it's kind of weird. My last thing that I could do before I graduated from high school, like, tumbling-wise, was a runoff back handspring, back tuck, on the ground, not on the trampoline. I was working on my layout on the trampoline at tumbling, but I can, if I tried to do my run off back handspring, back tuck, I would probably fall on my face, but I still do round off handsprings all the time, and I can still do them actually pretty well. And I graduated high school 3 years ago. I think 3 years ago, and I can still do it. Right now, I do not have any kids. Me and Neil do not have children. I don't see children in my near future. I have talked a lot today. I'm sorry. I filmed 3 videos, like I said. So my voice, it's probably going to be gone tomorrow. I'm not even going to lie. I don't see children in our near future. We've talked about it. We just don't really feel like we may want children. I mean, I'm not saying that the future holds the same thing that I think. Nobody knows what could happen tomorrow, but if it's up to us, I don't think we'll be having children. If we do, it will be very, very, very far in the future, like when we're 30. Because right now we're both still kids, and we're both still learning, and I would not want to bring a child into this world that would need 24-hour care when me or him neither have that. So or could provide that. So I do not see kids in our near future. I am a very sensitive person. Neil is very, he's not very emotional at all. So when we fight, I argue and he just agrees. But I'm not sensitive to where like I cry over like the puppy commercials that you see like during Christmas or anything like that. But I do get my feelings hurt a lot. I am terrified of rejection. So that's that, but, yeah, I cry a lot. I get it from my mom. She's a big ball of cheese as well. She cries all the time, but, I'm working on it. I'm trying so hard to not be so sensitive, but I am. I'm just a very sensitive person, and my feelings get hurt very easily. My biggest dream in the whole wide world is to be able to work and support me and Neil, and he can, because what I do, I love. Like, I have a passion for it, and his job right now, he does not have a passion for that. It's not what he went to school for. He has a degree in criminal justice, not saying he's going to use that degree and do something in the law enforcement, but he does have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and he just has a job now, just like a job out of college before he gets like a career, and he doesn't love his job, so my biggest dream is to be able to work and support us, and he can do something that he loves to do, because that's what I do. I do what I love to do, and he supports me. When I first told Neil that I wanted to do YouTube, he was very supportive. He was like my biggest supporter, and he was like, go for it, and he he got me a computer, and he got me a camera, and he helped me get all the makeup that I needed, and he helped me literally with everything. Like, he got me my mirror. I know that's like now, and I've been doing YouTube forever, but him and my sister were my biggest supporters. Like, my sister got me a light for my channel, and he got me a computer and a camera, and he got me a tripod, and I just love him to death. He is my rock, and I don't know what I would do without him. I have been getting my nails done, like professionally, ever since I was like 14 years old. Like, I never like had my real nails, except for during cheerleading season, because we couldn't wear anything on our nails for cheerleading season, nothing fake, no fingernail polish. The rules for cheerleading at my school were very strict. So I could never have nails during cheerleading season, but track and soccer was fine. Other than cheerleading season, you never saw my real nails. I always had acrylic nails on. And I stopped getting my nails done about, I would say like 6 months ago, and I know they're ratchet right now because the paint is chipping off of them. I have to redo them, but I haven't had my nails done for like 6 months, and it feels good. My nails are strong, and they have never been this strong ever. I take personal hygiene very seriously. I am a hoarder. Not with like I keep like the extreme hoarding like shows that you see on TV, but I just think everything has a sentimental value, and I just want to keep everything, and it's not necessary. I try very hard to be the best at everything. In school, I was always the best at everything that I did, and when I'm not the best at something, I don't want to do it. I try very hard to not judge people, and I know you're like, that sounds like mean, but I try very, very hard not to judge people, because it's very easy to see something and make fun of them for it. But I've just learned that everybody is fighting a battle that you don't know about. Everybody is fighting a battle at some point in their life that you have no idea what's going on. And to judge them and not even know what they're dealing with at that point is awful. And I really try to remind myself that every single day, because driving, I have major road rage, and I just try very hard to not be so angry all the time and judge people. I guess sticking with that, I have anger issues. I get them from my dad. I can get very angry to the point to where I will cry. But I try very hard to keep that under control, because I don't like that part of me. I was very flexible in high school, but now that I don't cheerlead anymore, I am not flexible at all. My favorite thing to do when I'm bored or I'm by myself and Neil's at work and I don't have anything else to do is watch YouTube videos. And last but certainly not least, I cannot stand when people think they're right and I know I'm right. Like, if we're arguing and you're trying to like prove a point, give it up, because it's like fighting with me is like fighting with a pole. Like, I will not give in. Like, I have to be right. Like, I have to have the last word. I have to be right. Like, it's just that. Like, if you're arguing with me, you're just gonna have to agree with me, because I have to be right. No exceptions. Alright, you guys, so that completes this 50 facts about me tag. This was just like a really chill, laid back video. I don't know how long it took. I feel like I've been here for a while, but that's, like I said, I filmed 3 videos today, so I don't know how long I've been sitting here. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, I did a get to know me, but that was like questions that I answered off of a list that was online, and this was just me telling you things about me. But make sure if you like this video to give it a thumbs up, and all of my social medias are always down in the description box. I'm trying to get more people to follow me on Twitter. Like, I put it on my Instagram and I put it on my Snapchat, because I have so many followers on my Instagram and on my Snapchat, but I don't have a lot of followers on Twitter because I made a new one. I have like so many followers on my old Twitter, but I like linked my horoscope to it when I was like 13, and it won't, I don't know how to get it to go away, and it's annoying. It posts every single freaking day. So I just made a new Twitter, that is where I can connect with you guys the most, is on Twitter. So make sure that you follow me on Twitter, because any updates about my YouTube channel will definitely be on there. I can't snap everything, or I can't post a picture on Instagram every time I have something to tell you about my YouTube channel. So I want to film a question and answer, because I have never been able to film a question and answer because I haven't had as many subscribers as I do now. But now that I do have a lot of subscribers, you guys can tweet me some questions and I can answer them, because I love watching question and answers. Because me just telling you what I want you guys to know is just like, it's so one-sided. So I want you guys to comment some things that you want to know about me if I haven't already answered them for you. It can be about anything. It can be about Neil, or it can be about school, or it can be about makeup. It doesn't matter. So yes, make sure you go follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Please subscribe if you have not done so already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys. Did you see that? I thought that was a stink bug.